Hello, my name's Louise and I'm going to show you how to make some really beautiful festive stars to hang on your tree. They're made with wool and cardboard and pins, and they look very effective but are very simple to make. If you hear any funny noises whilst we're making them, that's Flora, who's just 3 weeks old, who's going to be helping out. But we hope you enjoy making them and have fun. Okay, so to make your Christmas stars, here's one we made earlier, which isn't quite sort of polished and finished yet, but it gives you the idea. So to make them, the first thing you're going to need is some sheets of cardboard. Make sure it's corrugated cardboard, which means it's got this sort of bit in between. It's got 2 layers, because that's important for sticking your pins in. So the first thing you're going to do is just cut 2 squares of cardboard. I'm going to do this one a bit smaller than our test one, so I guess that's around sort of 8 centimetres square, and you want to cut both your layers exactly the same size. So just put one on top of the other and cut round. Now the next thing you're going to do is glue these 2 bits together, but when you glue them together you want to put the top bit on top like that, so that you get a sort of star shaped space. So we're just going to get some PVA glue and spread that around, and then we're going to stick this one on top like that, push it down and let that set in place. So the next thing you're going to do, and ideally you probably leave that to set, but I'm going to just go for it and see what happens. So you take a pin and you're going to stick the pin in between the 2 layers in that top point, and just being careful obviously that it stays between the layers and that it doesn't slip down. Then your next point here, you're going to do exactly the same. And obviously you need pins with these rounded bits on the top with heads on. So at the moment I'm just leaving these stuck out a bit on each corner. But just being careful when you stick them through that you're not going to jab them into your hand or anything, and that they're not coming out the other side of the cardboard. I think ideally you'd glue your cardboard and then leave it for an hour or so, so that it doesn't slide around when you do this. Stick that through there. Okay, so once you've done that, I'm trying to wipe that excess glue away. Once you've done that, you should end up with a star shape like this, with your pins sticking out those points and corners. So you've got 8 points to your star. Next, you're going to take a piece of coloured paper, any colour of your choosing, and you could, we're going to stick that onto there, and we're going to do another colour on the other side. You could stick a Christmas message on, you could cut a message off a card, that's entirely up to you. You can write it on at the end or have it on at the beginning. So we're going to stick one on that side and one on the other side. Okay, so then we're just going to take a quick stick or any kind of glue and just secure those coloured bits of paper on there, and then turn it over and do exactly the same on the back side. So just stick that on. Okay, now you've got some nice bright colours. So next you're going to choose some wool. So I've chosen this sort of mixed colour wool. So we're going to stick this just on with tape up here, and you shouldn't see that at the end, so don't worry about that being visible. Okay, once you've got your wool taped on, it's a really simple premise for how to make your star. So you're going to wrap it around this point at the top, and you're going to move it down 2 needles and then back up to the one behind. Again, so down 2 and back up to the one there. Down 2 here, back up 1. Down 2, back up 1. And you're just going to keep doing that all around the star. So down 2 here, back up 1. Now when you come to do, you can see the different pattern that's being made on the other side. When you come to do your next layer, the idea is you're going to try and make the lines just sit, you can see, inside your first layer. So Laura's decided to wake up at this point. So down 2, back up 1, and you're just tucking the wool on the inside layer. There we go. And you're going to keep going round and round and round until all these bits of cardboard that you can see at the moment are covered up. So I'll just show you. This is the front side, and this is how the back side's looking. So we're going to keep going with that, and we'll see where we are. Okay, so once you've finished your star, you can see you've got a really beautiful effect. I've just cut this here. So now we're going to tuck this bit of thread. You can wind it round, but it's quite tricky then to keep it looking neat. So we're going to just get a piece of sellotape again. And this piece under there and just see if we can tape it down under there and push that bit of string so it's just secured under there like so. Okay, so once you've done that, you're going to go around and push these pins into the end. Again, just being careful that you put them in the right place in the first time. They're not going to push and go into your finger. And there we go, you have your special woolen star. Now this side you can sort of tidy up the edges as you want them, but actually both sides look really beautiful. So now it's ready to put on your Christmas message or wish for someone else. Okay, so now putting the design into our star. Now I really like potato printing, so we made some of these earlier and I think I'm going to use that for the design on our star. So this was just printed with a potato and some acrylic paint, and we're going to turn it quickly into a mouse. So I'm going to do an ear there and an ear there, and we're going to do the 2 eyes and the nose. You might want a bit of a thicker pen to do the nose. Let's do these eyes a bit darker. Then we're going to do some whiskers and some little paws on the bottom and some little paws there, and then little mouse's tail coming out the back. And then we're going to get our glue again and stick our little mouse onto our star. We've been coming up with a very, let's literally stick, it might stick in there. coming up with a very bad Christmas pun, which we're going to write on the bottom. Just going to say round here, Merry Mouse to you. And there we go. And tuck that bit under. And there is our star. And on the back you can also, if you've got room to do a design, we've just used a carrot and cut it into a little heart shape on the end and printed some nice red hearts. So it's just going to stick. And if you wanted to do it personally to someone, you could put their name here or your name. Stick a little heart there, and there you have your handmade woolen Christmas star.